The autonomic nervous system is really the system that governs how we will react in response to a romantic partner being present or leaving. Can we calm ourselves? Can we self-soothe? Or are we very much dependent on the presence of another in order to feel soothed? These days, we hear the term codependent a lot, and it actually does occupy an important role in the world of trauma healing, trauma bonding. What I'm referring to here is the ability to regulate when distraught or feeling depressed. No one brain area can give rise to anything as complex as desire, love, or attachment. Instead, there are multiple brain areas that, through their coordinated action, create a sort of a song that we call desire, or a song that we call love, or a song that we call attachment. Beneath all of that is this element of autonomic arousal. And I want to focus on autonomic arousal just for a bit longer because it really is one of the three core elements by which we form and maintain loving attachments and by which we break loving attachments. The autonomic nervous system is really the system that governs how we will react in response to a romantic partner being present or leaving. And I don't necessarily mean leaving the relationship entirely, although it could mean that, right? We know people, I'm sure people, that upon the end of a relationship that they wanted very much are absolutely crushed. And actually, I discovered there's an extensive literature finding that the feelings that one has after a breakup are very much like a clinical depression in many cases. But there are individuals that can look at a breakup as a transient event that they don't interpret as going to mean so much for all aspects of their life or reshaping their view of themselves. Why? We have different levels of autonomic function. And depending on where our seesaw is, if you will, some of us become extremely distraught and can't recalibrate ourselves, can't adjust ourselves down from stress to calm, or can't take ourselves from exhausted to more alert if we need to do that on our own. I think it is vitally important for all of us, but certainly for people that are in relationships or seeking relationships, to be able to at least have some recognition of where our autonomic nervous system tends to reside, both in terms of when we are with somebody and when they leave. When we are apart for long periods of time, can we calm ourselves? Can we self-soothe? Or are we very much dependent on the presence of another in order to feel soothed? Now, I absolutely want to emphasize that there is nothing wrong. In fact, there's everything right with feeling great in the presence of somebody else. That is actually a hallmark of strong and quality attachments. These days, we hear the term codependent a lot, and it actually does occupy an important role in the world of trauma healing, trauma bonding, but codependence and codependency term can sometimes be misinterpreted as any dependence on another isn't good. Healthy interdependence, of course, is good. It is the hallmark of healthy child-parent relations, sibling relations, and romantic relations. But a key element of healthy interdependence is that, yes, our autonomic nervous system is adjusted by the presence of another, but that also that we can adjust our own autonomic nervous system even in the absence of that person. That if the person goes away temporarily or permanently, what I'm referring to here is the ability to regulate when distraught or regulate when fatigued or feeling depressed. And that is and is all about the autonomic nervous system. So as we talk about attachment styles and we talk about infant and toddler and adult attachment styles, what we are really talking about is a complex set of neural circuitries